Carmen Sandiego is getting a movie on Netflix. There's a movie or a series?
It's a movie and a series.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Yes. There's a movie, a live action movie, and a animated series in works.
Right. Yeah, I just remember the game shows, I guess. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And they did. There was a few different ones. Where in the world? Where in time was Carmen Sandiego?
I think I played that more as a child in the computer science class.
Yeah, totally.
When I couldn't play Down a Park Tycoon.
Yeah, I didn't like Carmen
Some of them
Sandiego
didn't have
very
it.
much. I wasn't into the geography.
I don't know if it was the geography or just the way it was set up.
Well, it was a very just question and answer type game, right? I think. Kept getting clues and then trying to guess where she is. I didn't really think of her as a villain, but apparently she's a thief or something, right?
They're supposed to track her down.
Yeah, it's weird.
Be interesting to see where they go with it, especially in a movie and an animated series.
Yeah, well, and then is it going to be educational, like the TV show or the game shows we're trying to be?
I feel like if they're doing it right, the movie would be the nostalgia hit for the people now, like us, I guess, who've grown up with that, and the animated series will be trying to get new viewers and entertain older viewers at the same time.
Yeah, I wonder what their plot is going to be.
I have no idea. It's still fairly early days in that one.
Yeah, I think it's 2019 is the release schedule for it. That's a big year, obviously. A lot of time in a year to push things off. It could be 2 years away, pretty much. But yeah, other old computer games. Dino Park was definitely the go-to at school. I would play that game again probably now.
Was Lemonade Tycoon out then? I played a remake version of it. There's just multiple Tycoon games back then where you could do little weird things.
Yeah, Roller Coaster and...
Well, Roller Coaster Tycoon,
that was the big one, I think.
Would still play that. I still own a couple of those.
Yeah? They still keep making new ones, don't they?
Nah, well, there was a recent one that came out. It was like Roller Coaster World. Honestly, I didn't really dig into it. You could do really in-depth work on that one. I didn't get into that one, though. I want the basics.
I like how those games combined just the creative aspect of building things, but also the sort of economic side of it, like pleasing your customers and all that. And then it'd be disasters and you have to clean up and make everything kind of run smooth again. They're just weird little, I guess it's kind of like SimCity in a way. It's just more specific.
Yeah.
Like a city builder game.
It was a good game. What else was there? Wasn't there another Tycoon game that was something that we played?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other Tycoon games. I can't. There's a whole bunch, I'm sure. I got the internet right here in front of me.
Well, speaking of old games becoming new things, there's that Rampage movie on its way out soon.
Oh, that's right. Who was it? The Rock that's in that? Yeah,
it's got The Rock. They've gone a different way because I think the original game was a human in each monster's case that was morphed into the big bad monster that went around beating the crap out of buildings.
Right.
And this one's it's a genetic mutation of an original monster. Because they wanted it. I think the quote I read was they wanted to be more grounded.
Right. Yeah. Totally grounded. I can't find a list of just the Tycoon games.
I do like the old school games like that. The old.
There's a Prison Tycoon.
Prison Tycoon.
Yeah. That's a fun reality in the States. Prison Tycoons for sure.
That sounds US specific.
Yeah.
But
did you ever play any DOS games way back?
Which DOS game? I'm not even sure.
I used to have these really crappy ones that my dad would always have to go into DOS and launch for me because I could never figure out how to do all that stuff. There was this one where you were a swimmer or a scuba diver and you had a harpoon gun and you had to kill sharks.
I don't think I played any of them like that.
Those kind of games.
That kind of games was
made too, like Feeding Frenzy.
Well, you got your Minecraft and your Solitaire and all that, but Snake. Snake was and Helicopter or whatever the versions of that on the original. I had a little Nokia phone, practically indestructible little thing.
They keep making knockoffs of those games. I don't know. I don't think they'll ever go away.
That would be
Those are just
basically
so
what
fun
Flappy
and
Bird was
easy.
a
Yeah,
couple years ago or a few years ago when.
What a weird thing that was. Little phenomenon of like this stupid little game that they stopped putting out there. Like,
Yeah, it's literally like Snake or Helicopter or anything like that.
But they like pulled it down, and then people would like sell their phones for outrageous amounts of money because it had it installed on it. I don't understand.
It's the internet phenomenon.
Ugh, the internet's a weird place. Yeah, then there's this game. I think it was kind of like what came before Worms. This guerrilla game. You'd like start in this two random positions with buildings kind of between you.
Yeah.
And you just throw explosive bananas at each other. You have to like put in the power, your angle, and all these different like calculations.
I played an old tank game of that too.
Yeah.
Version where you're trying to figure out the trajectory to hit the other person before they figure out you.
It's just this super nerdy type.
And the wind would change or whatever.
Yeah, the wind would change, and you have to like readjust. It was, as a kid, it was just like so much luck. You're just like, maybe these numbers will work, and it just goes. Choo! It's like, oh, too much power. You got to turn it down.
Tank Hunter. Do you remember Tank Hunter?
No, was that the one with like the wireframe?
It was like wireframe game.
Well, I obviously remember it, but I never played it. I don't think.
Yeah, that was pretty popular in school because we were doing great things.
Yeah,
paying attention in our class, playing that.
And speaking of the TV shows and old games, Street Fighter is apparently going to have a TV show. They did something, web series in 2014, a live action thing. And apparently this is like an extension of that.
Yeah.
They decided to put money into it and actually make it a show.
Is it, no, it's not Netflix. It's a different
one,
standalone industry, Entertainment One.
Let's see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, Entertainment One is the producer, I guess. So I don't know where that's going to be put out, but they do Grey's Anatomy. They did Saving Private Ryan and Speed. So I don't know. Maybe they'll just
well, because it's based on Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2's story with basically Ryu, Ken versus Mr. Bison in the whole World Warrior fighting tournament.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about Street Fighter's story. I never got into that. Yeah, it's just funny that I guess this is how shit happens. It's always a cycle. Start reusing old stuff, just like why comic books came back into prominence, and now they're gonna go into video games, I guess. And got Rampage, Carmen Sandiego, Street Fighter.
It's
Mario doesn't got
they go
animated.
It goes.
Something
it's cyclical, right? So and it'd be weird seeing things in the future where like current games, just random games that just came out that had a big impact. You don't really think about it.
Well, I guess Tomb Raider is one that has had a lot of movies.
Yeah. Well, they've tried to do that one. I almost forget
that's a game at this point.
Constantly. Yeah, it's more movies than games now.
Yeah. It became like that one was really well adapted to the casual crowd, I guess. For whatever reason, it's just like, yeah, it makes sense as a movie. Sure. It's like female Indiana Jones.
Angelina Jolie.
It didn't hurt. Yeah, the new one's a little bit more conservative, or at least not so exaggerated in certain areas, I suppose, is the way to put it. She's more grounded, I suppose. The new one. I don't know if that movie's already out.
Yeah, it is out.
Is it out?
I'm planning on seeing it next week.
Oh, really?
I can't remember her name. It's really bad. I really liked her in the Bourne movie.
Oh, is that where she's from?
Yeah.
Is it her big start or?
I don't know if those. No, they usually have other starts before that, but that's the one I know of.